Thank you. First, I'd like to start by saying that creativity is an act of optimism. And in 2006, we were contacted by the Colombian government to try to get as many guerrillas out of the jungle in a peaceful way, not by killing them or capturing them, but by using the tools that we had in advertising and in marketing to try to talk them out of the jungle. Effectively, it was what creativity is about, tackling an old problem in different ways, in new ways. So we listened, we learned, and we tried to understand what the motivations were to get into the guerrilla, and we tried to understand what the frustrations of why people were getting out of the guerrilla. And with that, we came to a conclusion which was the guiding principle of all we did for 10 years, which is that a guerrilla is as much a prisoner of his organization as even the people he holds hostage. They can get in, but they can never get out. It's like a Hotel California syndrome. The biggest thing we also found was that all the communications was being done talking organization to organization, so pretty much government to the guerrillas, army to army, and never human, never talking to the human being. And we concentrated on the human being. We concentrated, as you just said, on what unites us and not what divides us. So some of the interesting things we did around Christmas time, as you know, in Colombia, being a Catholic country, Christmas is fundamental. It's where people come together. So in the walking paths of the guerrilla, where they walked, we set up gigantic Christmas trees, 25-meter tall Christmas trees. And they lit up at night, and they had a message that said, if Christmas can come to the jungle, you can come home. That demobilized 310 guerrillas, roughly 5% of the guerrilla force at that time. Then we kept that thing going. We went to the river villages where the guerrilla was doing all the recruiting, and we asked people to send messages to the guerrilla, little messages, gifts, whatever, and we floated those down the river in little balls of light. Most of them were picked up. That was tremendously effective. Then we used football. By throwing footballs, soccer balls, it is called football, but into the jungle with stickers that said, you can come out of the jungle and watch the World Cup and watch your team with your friends and with the people that you want. And then when eventually we went and we talked to the mothers of the guerrilla, and we asked them for photographs of their children when they were really small, before so that they couldn't be recognized for security reasons. And we put these messages out in the jungle saying, before you were a guerrilla, you were my child. With all of this and other things, we managed to demobilize 18,000 guerrillas, which brought FARC to the negotiating table because they had lost a lot of their men. If you follow South American news, you will know that peace in Colombia was signed, and that last week, FARC eventually gave back most of their weapons. So what is my vision? My vision is that if you talk to the human in all of us, we can solve most of the problems, because war is over for now. Thank you.